What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Talking Sports with TC. Sorry it's been a while. Just had a lot of things going on with work and everything else. But I'm back, and here's a new episode of your favorite program. Folks, if you want to subscribe to this channel, get your friends, family, whoever to subscribe to this channel at youtube.com/Talking Sports with TC. Let's talk about first the NBA Finals. We have an interesting matchup between the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat. The Nuggets got there, just their first ever finals appearance in their franchise history. They swept the Lakers in the conference finals. You have Nikola Jokic, who is a two-time MVP, and Jamal Murray, who is fully recovered from the ACL tear a couple years ago. They have been the best team in the West all season and look to capture the first NBA championship. Standing in the way is the Miami Heat, who have made this improbable run. I mean, this run has just been remarkable by the Heat. The fact that they were in the play-in tournament beginning before the postseason, lost their first game against Atlanta, then they had to win against Chicago to even get to the tournament. They stunned the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs in 5 games. They beat New York in 6, and then they nearly gave that series away against Boston after being up 3-0, but they finished off the Celtics in decisive fashion last night in Boston in Game 7. This is going to be a very interesting series. A lot of people have suggested that this might even be a sweep by Denver, or it might be 5 games. I believe that this series might be a lot more competitive than what most people, especially the media out there, are actually thinking. So this series could go 6 games, it could go 7, it could go 5, it could go 4. But ultimately, this is a very intriguing matchup. You got two contrasting styles on both ends, and either Jokic or Jimmy Butler will win their first NBA championship. So this is going to be a very interesting series. This will start, game 1 will start Thursday in Denver. So I am going to watch every game and just see what happens as to who's going to win the championship this year. Moving on to other news, there's been reports circulating over the last 24 hours in terms of college expansion. The Big Ten, as you know, will add 2 new members starting next year with UCLA and USC from the Pac-12. There's been reports circulating that they're targeting 2 more schools in the Pac-12. Earlier, it's been reported that Oregon and Washington, 2 schools who've been traditionally been first in the Pac-8, then the Pac-10, now the Pac-12 since the conference's inception, they have been reported to be vetted by the Big Ten. In fact, the commissioner has given the Big Ten permission to explore and vetted these 2 schools to possibly join their league. Now, this recent explosion of college expansion is just getting ridiculous. I mean, regionalism doesn't matter anymore. Tradition doesn't matter anymore. It's all about the money now, which, is sad. It's the way business is. It's the way things are right now. But quite frankly, I don't want teams to leave the geographical footprint that they established for decades just to get a money grab, which is all this is. Oregon and Washington joining the Big Ten geographically doesn't make sense, but as DJ Quick once said in one of his famous songs, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So ultimately, these 2 schools don't generate as much revenue as UCLA, USC. So for them to possibly join the Big Ten, financially will make sense, but it could be a geographic and travel nightmare for both of those schools, as it would be for USC and UCLA. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see what happens. And then lastly, we got a Stanley Cup final to talk about. Who pegged Vegas and Florida to be in the finals. If you said that you picked these 2 to be in the finals, you're lying to yourself. But anyways, you got 2 teams from non-traditional markets. They're going to be playing in the Stanley Cup Finals. You got the Vegas Golden Knights, who beat the Dallas Stars in the conference finals 4-2. They won their series last night. This will be their second finals appearance in their brief 6-year existence. You got the Florida Panthers, who made their Lone Cup final in their third season back in '96, but have been a relative doormat in the NHL since that time. But they won the President's Trophy last season. They flamed out in the second round, and then they got in as the last team in the postseason this year, and they upset the President Trophy winning Bruins in the first round. They knocked off Toronto 5 games in the second round, and then they surprisingly swept the Carolina Hurricanes in the Eastern Conference Finals. So this will be a very interesting and intriguing matchup between two teams who are in non-traditional markets, Vegas and South Florida. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals will be Saturday in Vegas, starting at 8:30 p.m. Folks, that continues a fresh episode of Talking Sports with TC. I hope to continuously to put out more content and more episodes down the road. My apologies to everyone. I've just been real busy with work and just life in general. But I enjoy recording content and reporting about the topics, source topics of the day. Folks, don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.